All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to Andrew's school's girl who wants to take breaks from her kids. Jump in.
It would be nice, right, to have everything provided for you in those 5 years that you get to stay at home and focus on your child and their development and their growth in the earliest stages of their life. That would be nice.
No, but he's like, look, I want you to just stay home till they're adults.
Nah.
Why you guys why are you guys laughing at that? Like, if he's capable, he's making $1 million a year. What's the use in having you go out and earn 70K or whatever bullshit, and then he has to hire like a maid or a daycare and spend $70,000 a year on daycare?
I think, well, it's important for a kid to be in environments with other children, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they go to school, sure. But, I mean, there's private school, there's homeschooling. Yeah, how about he wants you to homeschool the kid?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's
Damn,
very
wow,
submissive of you guys. The husband says, I want my children homeschooled. I have the finances to be able to do it.
I don't think so.
No?
I wouldn't want my
Hold on.
kid to be
I thought you guys were supposed to be submissive.
I never said that.
Oh, you're not going to be submissive? So your husband
100%.
says, I want the kids to be homeschooled. I make $1 million a year. You're going to stay home and take care of the kids and homeschool them. You're going to say no?
Wow.
Say no.
Really? You'd rather date a guy who makes 50K, you make 50K, and then you guys can be all equal? Really? You prefer that?
I would be okay with that.
Over
That
just to be
made,
clear,
bro. They need to be right. We're minute and 30 minutes. A minute and 30 seconds. I'm sorry. A minute and 30 seconds. They need to be right. She just want to be right.
You'd prefer that over the guy who makes $1 million a year. They both treat you just the same. Well, I guess the treatment's
But
different.
he wants me to homeschool my kid.
Oh,
kid?
his kid.
Our kid.
You're both your kid.
His
Yeah.
kid is crazy. Yeah.
That sounds like a dream, in my opinion.
It's both their kids.
Yeah.
Right.
I would just
You'd rather, just to be clear, so
school's
at
dangerous.
this job, you could, like, for example, you might work. Wait, hold on. You're a massage therapist, right? So at this job, you gotta lather up your hands with that coconut oil, whatever the fuck you do, and then you gotta massage some like droopy motherfucker. You know, like that skin. Man, I don't know. You got some old clientele. Maybe you're top tier and you're working like athletes and shit. Who knows? So you're, doing the massage. What are you, Swedish? What are you doing?
I can
deep
do
tissue?
Swedish. Yeah, I can do deep tissue.
Rolfing? Are you a rolfer?
No, I do both Eastern and Western modalities of massage.
That's beautiful. So okay. Why
Frank just got hard.
There's modalities with
there's
massage?
modalities. There are modalities.
Yeah.
The hell is a
Trigger point?
massage
You
modality?
do trigger point therapy?
I was taught trigger point
Trigger
therapy,
point
but
therapy?
that was never my focus. I wasn't really into it. But I could. I know about
And he
it.
stopped again.
Yeah, wait, I have something for this. Hold on.
Cool.
Shit, where is it? Fuck. Where is the? Oh, it's too. Oh my god, where?
You missed it.
I'm gonna pretend like you- this to make my dick go soft.
All right, so that was fucking so delayed. Wait, so hold on. You'd prefer boss babe. You make 50K, he makes 50K, over dating a guy who
That's
makes
so
$1 million,
cap.
and you never have to work a day in your life?
Yeah.
That cap.
That's just me though. All women here
What?
are different. I like working. I like having goals.
Work
I
on
like,
the household. Work with the kids. All your attention can be on the
taken
kids.
care of. It's a partnership. The house will get.
There we go. See, there we go. He has to come down to the egalitarianism. The guy is bringing $1 million a year. $1 million, guy. She still thinks she's in the equal footsteps, equal playing field. Crazy. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you, this is crazy. The mindset in itself is so crazy. We have to just change everything, top to bottom, because this mindset is a mindset of self-extermination, meaning there's no way we can have multiple kids with a mindset like this. This is going to bring the Western society down, guys.
Care by both me and my
No,
partner.
mostly just you.
Bless you. Well, no, because I would want a partner who is also going to be working in the home and doing
Hold on.
things that
But
need to be
so,
done.
millionaire, he frees up 40 hours a week for you.
Okay.
That 40 hours can be freed up for you to work 10 hours at home. Like laundry doesn't take that much, cleaning doesn't take that long. Like, bro, most women, if you're in a house, you can get that shit done in like 1 or 2 hours, and then you can kick it with the kids. I don't know, put on fucking.
If you're homeschooling your kids, it's going to take way more than that.
Sure, if you're homeschooling,
I was a nanny for 4 years, 8 hours a day. You want a break from those kids. So yeah, I'd rather work to be off.
Nah. So then, as a guy, you want a break. Hey, as a guy, you want a break too. You want to put your wife and the kids in a daycare as well, and don't work because you want a break. As a guy, put the kids and the wife in the daycare, travel to a different country. Don't even contact them because you want a break. You see how stupid that sounds? Yes, but it is stupid. If you flip it, it is a stupid argument. Doesn't make sense, guys. But somehow when they say it, because they're females, right? We don't take them seriously. But these arguments, even if you don't believe it, these things just travel through people's mind, and we have to tackle them.
Honest, I love kids. I love kids. I love to be with them. But yeah, for 8 hours a day, no.
Damn,
What?
that's
You
crazy.
want a break from your own kids?
That's crazy.
Absolutely, and so would you.
No.
Everyone, yes, kids
think
are
that's
fucking
very normal
annoying.
to
What are you
say.
saying?
No.
Y'all crazy, man.
I mean, I don't know. Having
You would
raised
want to break
many
from
of
your
them,
kids also.
I-
She had
I-
daddy,
I-
daddy, daddy,
so,
daddy,
you know what I
daddy.
did?
Yeah,
Here's
it's
what I
annoying.
did. I did the opposite. I couldn't wait to be able to stay home so I could see my kids more.
Because you don't spend 24 hours a day
Wow,
with them. because
look
you're
at that.
at
Look
work.
at that. Wow. Look at that, my Sandra, bro. Look at that.
More.
Because you don't
Like, we don't believe you. Wow. You see right there? That's the misandrist right there.
spend 24 hours a day with them because you're at work.
I
What are you
literally
saying?
do. I literally spent 24
You
hours a
guys-
day with them, and it's the greatest thing ever. And I would.
They're
Yeah.
not with you right now.
I would not trade it for anything.
anything,
It's the
yeah.
greatest thing in the world. You know why? Because by the time they're 18 years old, I will have spent 90% of all the time I'll ever spend with them in their
I
lives.
love that
And then
for
your
you.
child will
For
lack
me
So the
social
thing
skills.
is like
I'm good.
the idea here is that you would essentially prefer to outsource the caring of your children
It's
to
insane.
other people so that you can go work. Like that's the idea, is that you would rather outsource the mothering
Yeah,
of
I
your
also
kids
don't
to
think
other
that I
people
can
so you
teach my
work.
kid everything. Like I think other personalities, other peoples and stuff is good. I think I'd like to spend most of the time with them, but like yeah, for a few hours a day, I can go work, get away from them, come back.
You get a
Hey.
few hours a day anyway, right? So first of all, like think about it objectively, okay? Your kids are going to go to bed, especially if they're little kids. They're going to go to bed way earlier than
Yeah.
you. You already have a couple-hour break. That's one. Two, nobody's saying you can never go have a night out on the town with a babysitter. But there's a distinction there between that and saying, okay, I need to have 8 hours a day away from my kids because, well, after all, I mean, I was a nanny for a while and, well, you just got to have that break. It's like, no, you would want the opposite. You would not want to outsource the raising of your children to people who are not you. Why would you want to do that?
Totally, you would, not me.
Okay, I'm also not
Closed.
I'm not saying that I would need a break from my children. I think it's important for kids' social development to be in environments like schools. Like you build a lot of character in schools. You learn social skills
I mean,
in
there's
schools.
The worst, you guys, if that was the case, the majority of our kids and the majority of it's public school system it's such a great place to socialize, guys. We were having, you know what I'm saying, like we were having the best speakers, we having the best people, you know. That's such a cop out, man. It doesn't, guys, because when you go to public schools, right, you develop cliques, right? Cliques, people that you already know, but you're not socializing. You're not building skill to socialize. Actually, you're not. People where you have to just go to a stranger, shake your hand, right? Go to another person. You know how to speak. You don't develop none of those things. Think about it, guys. Can you look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I know how to socialize. No. Personally, I had to do a lot of self-development since I started college. I had to just even buy courses. I had to work in conferences. I had to do so much. I had to just perform, to just work some of the insecurity that the public school system never taught me. It's insane.
Well, here's what
homeschooling.
all the data shows. One, kids who are homeschooled do far and away better than kids who go to public
did
school.
both.
They have far less stress. And by the way, they're plenty socialized. And do you know why? It's because all those after-school curriculum activities all those kids can go to them. Why? Because you, the taxpayer, pay for those extracurricular activities. You do not have to be enrolled in the school to go be on the football team or to go join the wrestling team or anything. You don't need to do any of that. So any of those socialization things that you're talking about. And by the way, do you think that people a few hundred years ago, when there was no public school and they lived hundreds of miles, or not hundreds of miles, but 10, 15 miles away from each other, or in many cases further than that, they just were antisocial?
No, I
You
think
think they were just completely antisocial lunatics, the children? They obviously and clearly weren't.
no. I think that back then, community was prioritized in our society back then, and not as much now. People are
No.
very
You
independent
couldn't
now.
walk down the street to go to Tommy's house because Tommy lived 5 miles away, because people lived in homesteads and farms and things like that. They usually saw little Tommy at various events or perhaps at church once a week or something like this. I don't see how they were getting all of this socialization that you're talking about, and they clearly were not antisocial people. Human beings are pack animals. They learn all their values from their family first, but going out amongst the pack, you pick up social skills very quickly. I would say that public school systems actually are a corrupting factor.
Yep.
One, your kids are getting knowledge. You have no direct idea about what they're being taught. Zero.
Why?
You can't go in and sit in on all the classes. And even if you could, you have no idea what they're being taught when you're not there. As far as the socialization goes with other students who are there, you have zero control over who they're hooking up with, over the party scene. You have no control.
The PORN, the drugs. I mean, I remember when I was in school, man, I don't know how in the hell I didn't get into drugs, man. I mean, drugs were everywhere. Drugs were everywhere, my guy. I mean, it was. Bullying was a lot, too, I remember bullying was a lot. So that's why I needed to learn martial arts, right? Because of the bullying aspect. And I saw a lot of guys, man, getting beat up. That was crazy. That was crazy, man. And the drug aspect was crazy as well. And the corn thing was crazy as stuff. Like females getting pregnant very early on. I'm not talking about 17 or 18. I'm talking about 12 and 13 and 14 guys. I'm telling you. That's... Yeah, I mean, the foundations have to be clear. You know what's crazy? You spend... When you go back home, you're only spending like 3 hours with your parents. 3 hours, guys. The only time that I will see my parents, it was after school. That'll be like 5 or 6 o'clock. And then by that, they will go back to sleep. So imagine that for 18 or 19 years of your life. It's crazy, right? But think about it. Right? Crazy, man.
Over any of that. That seems like it's a way worse idea than just homeschooling your kids. And by the way, when you're homeschooling your kids, they don't have to go to an 8-hour pee-wee prison every single day where they're literally locked up in these classrooms for hours and hours and hours. Instead, you can say, okay, 2 hours a day, 3 times a week. And they're far more educated by the time they leave that system than they are going to an 8-hour a day pee-wee prison. Like, how much do you even remember from high school?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Did you take history?
When was World War II?
Yo. Think about this. This is good. How many years you took about World War II? Not even World War. Let's say English, right? I mean, you take so many years of history. You take so many years of math. You take so many years of English. You take so many, not year, but hours, guys. Hours. And none of that stuff really retains. It really doesn't, guys. Because you're not learning. You're memorizing, but you're not learning.
Yeah. Well, no, here's a really basic one. Here's a really basic one. Really, really simple. The Constitution of the United States was ratified in the year...
1776.
Not you.
Good job. Way to fucking ruin it.
Yeah, you messed it up.
Why is the sisterhood just can't help itself?
Yep, can't help herself.
Okay, pick another one. There's lots of easy ones.
What I'm saying, my point is that even with easy questions like this, most people forget. They forget because it's not pertinent knowledge to their life. So almost everything that you learned outside of reading, writing, and arithmetic, most kids get out of school. And by the way, they can't even read at an 8th grade level. It's so bad. They get out of high school, can't even read at an 8th grade level. So where's all these perks to public school? I don't know.
I think that's a separate issue. I think there's...
Well, that's the most important issue. I mean, you need to have some tools to just go out into the world and just deal with it. You need to, I guess, right? You need to have some tools because those tools at least give you the sense of confidence, right? Then, you learn with a couple, fails, right? You start learning. Well, failure is basically that feedback of the world. But you need to have the tools. If you don't have the tools, you literally spend 18 years of your life with almost no tools. To go out and just learn the tools. That's insane. That's insane, guys. Insane. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. In the meantime, guys, I will see you in the next one.